stopping people from running away. Bum, 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 bum. Sometimes I do go with the Doran's Ring first, especially if we know for a fact that we're going to be doing a gank right at the beginning. For example, if they've got a Warwick, ooh, looks like, we're going to be able to get Tarek? No, looks like the stun went off and he's using his ultimate to heal up. Tarek is very hard to kill. Between his incredible armor and his heal and that stun and the heal ultimate, it's just wicked. I know they made some changes to him. I don't remember if he got buffed or nerfed or what, although maybe he's gotten buffed a little because I do see him get played a lot these days. It's very annoying. Alright, looks like there's good push going on the bottom. They got a kill on at least Eve down there, and they got a turret, so that is good news. I am going to be, I guess I'm mostly farming top. I'm not sure if I'm really in a position to push, but they're going to be kind of split because most of our guys are at the bottom pushing bottom, so they're not really going to be able to come out after me. Otherwise, they're going to be giving away lots of turrets down at the bottom. But I'm not going to advance too deeply in their territory. I'm not crazy. What am I picking up? Okay, the Sorcerer's Shoes. One thing that is nice on Janna is you really don't have to worry about getting boots any faster than the Sorcerer's Shoes because she has a pretty good innate speed. Naturally, she's very fast. She's got the Zephyr, which increases her speed. You even have the team buff that increases speed. Now, of course, if you did go with boots of swiftness or mobility, you would be moving insanely fast. And mobility is important for support because you always want to be around your allies when there's a fight going on. But I feel like I do okay with the Sorcerer's Shoes, and it does help me get some extra kills. Doesn't help out with my heal. Wow. Wow, nice dodge by Ezreal there. Oh, and I tried to put down a heal for Ez so he could rejoin the battle, but he decides to just leave. Figures he would dodge my heal. I say that because I believe, I may be wrong, but I think Smacko is the one playing Ezreal, and I'm infamous for dodging his heals when he's playing as Ezreal, so... Yeah, it is Smack. Well, this is a good team fight for us. We put down some good beats here, and... Oh, we may not be able to get Nidalee no matter what. Eve has come up behind and stunned me, which is dumb. I got tons of health. She is pretty much doomed. Yeah, definitely goes down. So things are going well. I'm 202. Actually, the kills are 6-1. Considering how late in the game we are and how much fighting there has been, there have not actually been that many deaths. Most of them have come within the last couple of minutes. So it's only just now starting getting going. We're down 1 tower. They're down 3. So we're definitely in good shape. Looks like we're going to be able to get another tower down here. No problem whatsoever. Boy, I do love that tornado move of hers. So nice for farming. I get such incredible satisfaction from killing minions. You'll notice that virtually all the heroes I play are heroes that farm really well. I like to push. You know, if there's an opening that I can kill a creep wave and push a tower, I want to take it. And I also like it for making money, especially since I'm not necessarily the best, you know, ganker assassin type guy. I'm not necessarily going to get that many kills, so I need to make my money from minion waves. So I like people who can clear them quickly. The one exception to that is like Shen, who's actually not really a good farmer, but my build, which I stole from Jay is Awesome, involves getting a lot of Sunfire Capes, and Sunfire Capes rock for farming minions. He's also a pretty good jungler. Like, I don't jungle with him primarily, but I do grab the easy jungle creeps whenever I can on Shen, so I end up making a good amount of money and bonus XP that way. It's actually a nice trick on Shen. Even at level 1, you can solo the Wolf Camp and also the Golem Camp. You will take a little bit of damage, but I like to pick up Ninja Tabby as my first item, and so that means starting with either boots or armor. And whoa! That looks a little hairy, but I think we're going to be able to get away just fine. Yeah, and regardless which item you get, you're able to get at least 3 healing potions. In fact, if you start with the armor, you can start with up to 5 healing potions if you want. And between that and your Vorpal Blade, you're going to be able to keep yourself up and kill those normal minions no matter what. And then, yeah, make sure you're fairly topped off for the wave, for the laning phase. So I like to start with that, and whenever that camp pops back up, I farm it again. So I usually like to take the bottom lane if I'm blue, or the top lane if I'm purple as Shen, because I can take advantage of the jungle spot. So what am I going to get next? Oh, looks like I'm looking at the new item, the Will of the Ancients, which is very cool. It's just a mostly a raw AP item, but it gives you an aura that gives your teammates around you AP, and also a little spell vampirism. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Spell Vamp nor Lifesteal, because I don't usually consider it enough of a deal breaker to convince me to buy an item, but it's a nice bonus, and it can translate to maybe an extra couple hundred hit points in a fight, depending on how things go, and that might make the difference between winning or losing. But more importantly, the team AP bonus is awesome. And not every person scales super well with AP, but even your traditional non-AP champs, like pure physical champions, generally their abilities will still scale at least to a certain point with AP. In fact, some of the more physical champs scale like 1-to-1 with AP. It's very strong, but they don't end up taking any. So it's a nice item that really, really helps out your team. I think it's one of the best new items in the game. Really happy about that. One thing I like with Janna here is I'm able to counter those Teemo mushrooms pretty effectively, because whenever someone pops one, I just throw my bubble on them. And really helps to counteract almost all the damage. So we got a ward in the bushes there, which is kind of funny, because it looks like they're trying to prep an ambush, but of course we know they're there. So I'm going to start in with a hurricane, or a tornado, and no one is going to join the fight. I thought Garen was moving forward. It would have been excellent timing if Garen had run forward and landed in the fight as soon as the Hurricane did. Oh, it looks like Pantheon is ulting in. Dropping down on some people. Getting a stun off on Nidalee. We're not going to be able to combo that into a kill, though. She's able to escape, and we're a little bit behind here, but... Oh, Garen just finishes Nasus off with his ult, which is good. We're definitely pushing them back now, no problem. It was a little dicey for a while, but we were able to defend against their push and then reverse it. So that's good on us. So I dropped my ult down there to try to get everyone to heal up. I don't know how many people I healed, but... Now, at this point, in this game, we are playing on Skype, so I do announce it every time I throw down my heal. It's actually something I wish was a little bit more vocal. It'd be nice if you could set up, like, speech macros in this game, so that when you hit your ultimate button, it would send, a message in chat or something like that. So that everyone would know you were doing it. I mean, there's a graphic around you, obviously, but it's not always the most visible one. And or if you had a button where you could click it and let people know, a couple of seconds ahead of time, hey, I'm about to do my ultimate, get close to me or something. Of course, one of the things Riot keeps saying they want for the game is built-in voice chat, which we have no timeline on. It'll be nice whenever they do it, but who knows when that will be. And it is a shame, because some of the other games do have it. I think Heroes of New Earth does. I have not played that game very much, and I have no intention to do it. I like the style of gameplay that comes out of League of Legends. I like the original Dota, but I'm not looking for a clone of Dota, and I like the environment in this game. Good community, and yeah, the graphics are a little bit more stylized, a little more cartoonish, but I think that's great. Really enjoy them. Plus, League of Legends being free helps. So we're all running back, because we are out of mana and out of health. Pick up the Hextech Revolver, which is another one of the components to the Will of the Ancients. This one gives me some spell vampirism built in, which again, I don't really care about, but what the hell. It doesn't hurt. And what am I saying? I'm saying like spell vampirism would maybe return a couple hundred hit points. No, I mean, by itself it's 10%. Once it gets to the Will of the Ancients, then it'll be 15%. But like 10%, to do 200 points of healing, I would have had to do 2,000 damage. It is not going to happen. I don't know how high damage my Q plus W ability together get, but, even with AP, but I'm sure it doesn't crack 1,000. I'd be surprised if it's much higher than 500, actually, so... 50 to 100 hit points, I suppose, is reasonable in a single volley. At that point, I mean, the fight's not going to go on long enough to let you really recycle your powers too much. Maybe a little bit, but that's why I say it's not game-breaking. I mean, the amount of money you're paying for spell vampirism, you could have just picked up a ruby crystal, which gives you over 100 hit points, and yeah,